so not my face, but the cards are here. Let me know if you guys can hear okay, see okay. This is gonna be a little bit different because we normally don't do these live, right? So if you're coming in, welcome, welcome everyone. We are gonna do a twin flame energy update for October, live right here, right now, and we are gonna do a little Q&A after, guys. So if you guys do have any questions, yes, write them down. I just realized I didn't have my mic. Let me know. Sound isn't too terrible. My bad, guys. My bad. Um, so yeah, again, guys, I normally do these and we get to go watch them on a premiere. They're already recorded. I get to add pretty colors. So yeah, not today. Today we're just gonna go at it, right? Normally when I record these, they can definitely be very emotional. And I can pause. You know what I mean? I can stop and take a break if needed. So it's very possible, guys, that I may need to do that with this particular live. So just bear with me. Remember, this is the first time. I have been feeling drawn to do it this way for a minute. Really struggled with it last month, and I'm really excited to do it live this time. Hi, Clarissa. So everyone's here. I see Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, everyone's coming in. I appreciate you guys so much. I was so nervous. This is actually one of the most viewed videos on my channel and has been the most viewed video on my channel for 2 years. Every single month, if you go look at my analytics, no lie, no joke, no exaggeration, the Twin Flame Monthly Current Energy Update is always the biggest viewed, the most viewed, and has the highest view duration. You guys have been watching my videos for 2 years, so I know it's a little bit of a change. We're definitely changing with the times over here. And I've definitely been feeling to do this live. I feel like it's going to help a lot of us that have like questions about who is who. We're really going to be able to break that down and see who we're talking about, right? So Gina says the video is a little fuzzy. I'm seeing okay, but that doesn't mean anything, guys. Let me know if the picture is okay. Hi, Diana. Hi, Miss Tina. Rare, that's me. 11. Amber comes in. Gina's here. Sandra's here. Everyone's here, right? All right, guys. So we're going to do this a little bit different. So normally we would come into the video and I jump straight into the reading. We're not going to do that today. We're going to actually talk a little bit about twin flames, right? You guys want to talk a little bit about twin flames? Like, who is it? What is it? Why is this crap happen? Right? So we're going to touch on it a little bit. For many of you that are already in here, guys, you already know. Most of you are on this journey. That's why you follow me. That's why we relate with each other's information so well, right? It's because we're on the same journey. We're in the same boat. And I do feel like we've definitely gathered a collective tribe here with Purple LunaRose Tarot. Absolutely. So I do feel like our journeys are very similar, which means that most of you are also out there spreading the word, right? You're out there teaching other people about twins and unconditional love. You're following your purpose, whether it's in social media or just in your own personal family. You're definitely teaching by example, right? So that should really be all of you. If you're following me, that's really what everyone is doing. But we kind of get a little bit confused. Like, what's a twin flame? Who's a twin flame? What is she talking about? Or I really like it when people like mistake their soulmates for twins. Or it's really comical when people mistake their karmics for twins. Hi, Erica. So today we're gonna break it down, guys. We're gonna look at what is a twin flame? Who is it? Why is it? Does everyone have one? We're going to answer all those questions. I'm going to show you the 3 different types of relationships that you can experience. I'm going to tell you some qualities of those different types of relationships. And then we're going to jump to the reading. And when we jump to the reading, I'm going to do the reading just like I have been doing it for 2 years, guys. We're going to look at each energy, masculine and feminine, Of course, we'll do head, heart, and higher self space, guidance, messages from your person, all those good things. Okay. After that, we'll do some Q&A. So guys, grab a pen and paper. If you have a question, write it down. I tend to really look at my notes and go through my notes. And when I'm doing the reading, I tend to really just stick to the reading and not look at the comments. It's not that I don't care, guys. I promise I do care. Um, Diane wants me to use the Modern Witches Tarot. We can. Um, but it's definitely that I feel like I need to focus without being distracted. I feel like when I get distracted, the message could get lost, in translation, right? So that's why I do that. I want you guys to know that I really do go back and watch these. Once they allow me to see the live chat, and I do go through and make sure that hi Nunu, that I've answered your questions. If you do have a question and I didn't see it, I tend to reply either right there in the comments or I'll message you directly. But yes, guys, I don't ever want you to think that I don't listen or I'm not paying attention. I promise I am. But spirit comes first, right? I do have some moderators, guys. You'll see Diana on YouTube and Sandra. I know Miss L may be in here with us, and she's always super helpful. She's been, these ladies have been supporting me like literally since day one. Junior's been with me since day one, and he is my soulmate, guys. And he's always in here, and he's going to help a little bit. Now, guys, I don't know how long this is going to go, and he does have to be up at 4 a.m. For work. So I'm not sure like how long he'll be able to help us. But yes, guys, those moderators are going to be on YouTube. We're definitely still growing on Facebook. I am looking for some moderators on Facebook, guys. And then, of course, we've just started growing on Twitch. So don't forget, guys, we're streaming on all three. So right now we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we're on Twitch all at the same time. I know you guys can only see, and depending on what platform you're on at the moment. But yes, we're literally everywhere. All right, so let's jump in really quick. Let's talk about it. What's a twin flame, right? Who's in here? Who in here has a twin flame? Oh, Decca on Twitch. Hello. Jasmine. Hello. All right, so I want you guys to say me in the comment. If you're on a twin flame journey, I want you to say me in the comments. I don't care if it's Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you are. I just want you to say me so that everyone can see that one, they are not alone, and two, how many of us there is. So Rachel says, hello. Hi, Rachel. Diana, you can if you want to. It's really not necessary. I really feel like the spirit's going to help us out with this one. I really do. I feel like thank you, Amber. Amber comes out. Look, rare, that's me, 1111. But thank you, Jasmine. I just feel like spirit's really going to draw the right people in here. And I feel like if I need to block anybody or cut anybody off, I definitely can do it from here, Diana. I really want you guys to enjoy the lives. I appreciate my moderators so much, but I feel like they work so hard for free, guys, for free. They don't really, I don't give them anything. They just do this out of the kindness of their heart. So yeah, guys, questions are going to be at the end. So if you have a question, just write your question down. And at the end, we're going to do a live Q&A, guys. All right. All right. I'm going to jump in and get started. So again, I'm not ignoring anybody. I just want to make sure that I get the information that Spirit has called me to send out. I just want to make sure I get it out properly. Okay. All right. So let's talk about it. Twin flames. Everyone's saying me in the comments. Thank you guys so much for participating. I know some people are scared, and it's like a little bit of a taboo subject in some places and people's lives, right? So until you really start following your purpose, you're not really quick to go me, right? But anyway, so I just want you to know that collectively a very strong twin flame tribe here. All right, so what it is, a twin flame journey, what is it? Hi, Brittany. It's an experience, right? It's an experience. And I just want you guys to understand that when I'm giving you this information, I'm giving you this information based on my own concepts from my own journey, things that I've experienced in my own life. If I didn't experience it, I gathered it from all the information from the 2 years of doing readings for you guys. And for the 2 years of you guys asking me questions and me needing to go find the answers. You see what I'm saying? Rare, that's me, says, there goes 811 again. That's your new number, huh? So yes, guys, I'm not just like pulling this information out of thin air. I'm not just a tarot reader. I'm on the twin journey, like the whole purpose, like why I had to come out here and do this thing. I just happened to pick tarot as the tool that I thought would help me connect the most, right? And really, because spirit told me to. Um, so that's what we're doing, okay? So a twin flame journey is an experience. Not everyone has a twin flame. Everyone has a soul's journey, like the journey that your soul chose to have for this lifetime. Everyone has that. It's called a purpose or a mission. Not everyone's is going to be a twin flame journey. There's several different missions. There's several different people. You can look at history and past people and see that not everyone needs a counterpart. Mother Teresa is like one of the first people that like just popped in my head. Um, um, I just seen like the Buddhists. I'm just saying like not everyone's journey consists of a counterpart. Some people are just here and their purpose has nothing to do with what we're doing. They have a whole different spiritual journey, right? So the twin flame journey is an experience that you have that catapults your spiritual awakening. So that's going to be my definition of what is a twin flame journey. Okay. And again, I know that people have like a whole lot of different definitions. People, really like are pretty, I don't know, it's like they think it's got to be this one way, right? And so if you've been following me for any amount of time, you will know that my journey is a little bit different than the journey that you hear other people talk about, right? I don't talk about waiting for my twin. I don't talk about 3D union because I really just believe that we're always in union. And I definitely talk about like moving forward in your journey and not staying stuck in stagnant energy. I tell people to find the purpose. It's about the purpose, not the person, right? All right, so that's going to be my definition of a twin flame journey. So if you're still with me, yay. All right. So now let's talk about who is it, right? Everybody's like, who is it? Who is my twin? Many times it's not who we think it is. I know, right? So here's what happens. Many times we're in different relationships and we hear the word twin flame. I just want you to know that if you've heard the word, if the experience has drawn you in any shape, way, or form, then you're on this journey. If you're not on this journey, you wouldn't be still here listening to me. We wouldn't be still talking. You see what I'm saying? None of this would resonate with you, and you would be like, I don't know. I've never had a spiritual awakening. I never met anyone that catapulted my spiritual awakening. You know what I'm saying? We just wouldn't talk about it. So what I will say, I don't know about like all the other spiritual journeys, but what I do know about twin flame journeys, if there's no awakening, like if you don't experience a spiritual awakening, then it's not your twin. I mean, that you can't break it down and get it any simpler than that. When you do meet your twin, your belief system collapses. I mean, completely collapses. So if you were one of those people, hi, Carol. Yes, she says, nice surprise. Surprise, we're doing these live. Okay, so if you were one of these people that just had some really strong belief systems, whether it was your religious beliefs or belief systems you grew up with from your parents, from childhood, stuff like that, when you met your twin, that collapsed, completely changed, right? You learn everything anew. It's definitely the phoenix rising from the ashes. And when you rise from the ashes, you gain all the new information. You have to come all the way down, right? In that dark night of a soul to break down the ego that thinks it knows everything, right? All right. So if you didn't experience all of that, then you're not on the twin flame journey. If what I'm saying is like, yes, I experienced that. It was hell on wheels, but I made it through and I'm ready to go do what I'm supposed to be doing, then welcome to the tribe. And that's what we do here every day. That's the whole purpose, right? All right. I do want to talk a little bit today because it does seem like collectively, and not just our collective tribe, guys, there's twin flame collective tribes all over the world, all over. But it does seem like there is a mass amount in what people call 3D separation. All right. So earlier I asked you guys if you were on a twin journey to comment me in the comments. And it didn't matter. I don't care if you're on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. And you guys did. You guys put me in there. Thank you so much for you brave souls. Now I want you to let me know. I want you to put me in there again if you're in 3D separation from your counterpart. Look at Rachel. She's like, I'm jumping in. Erica's like, I'm going to be honest. I don't know. It's okay, Erica. All right. 3D separation, guys. Put me in the comments. Thank you, Rachel. All right, so the reason I'm asking you guys to do this is because I want you to see that you're not the only one. And I want you to see that this is a very collective energy. It's so much easier for me. I'm so grateful that Spirit put me on this side. Thank you, Jasmine. Look at you guys go. I'm so proud of you guys right now. Okay, but I'm so blessed that Spirit put me on this side of the camera, this side of all the numbers. I get to see it all. And so when I was on this journey and I was like you and I was like, oh my gosh, it's just me. This no one's ever happened before. They're going to think I'm crazy. I can't believe this is going on. Right, right. Rachel says all of us. Right. But when you're just there on that side of the camera, it feels like just you, right? It feels like you're the only one and this has never happened before. And you're like, what the F is happening? All right. So now you can see all the me's and you can see that you're not the only one. This is a big thing and it's actually been happening for a long time, like since the beginning of time, guys. Of course, there was different names. There was different ideas to it. And sadly, I mean, this is one of the reasons that I was really scared to come out here and do one of these live. It's like I said earlier, some of this twin journey is frowned upon, right? Some of it is not acceptable. There's a lot of judgment on the twin journey, especially if you're out in the public and telling people about your journey. There's people that are like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it's very difficult, but I will say that Spirit asked me to do this and drew me to do, like, just really, I went kicking and screaming, guys. You know how I always make the comment about raking your nails through the dirt, like Spirit's going to drag you anyway. That was me. Like, I was the one doing that. That's how I know. But yeah, so it's like, here we are. We're just going to do it now, right? All right, let's jump in and look at the 3 different types. Again, I know that many of you guys have seen this on my channel. We talk about it all the time. I understand. But just understand that we're going to get some different viewers and people that have not heard the information. And so I just really want to make sure that we cover all the main points. This is literally like Twin Flame 101 in like, Rose's, 30 minutes. All right. So the 3 different types of relationships. All right, so the first one is twin flames, right? Let's talk about that one and get it over with so we all know we're all on the same page, okay? So your twin flame, spiritual interactions, spiritual awakenings. And when I say spiritual interactions, it can mean all kinds of different things. There's, like down on the bottom, you see telepathy, astral projection. There's so many different things that come with the spiritual interactions, but it's things that you don't experience with anyone else. Guys, you only have one twin flame. It's literally just one soul, okay? All right, so you have multiple similarities in your journey. What I mean by that is many of you will notice that your twins have similar childhoods, similar parents, similar experiences, similar, maybe like Miss L is here. Hi, Miss L. They have similar, childhood issues, right? Um, excuse me. and could also make mirror back to you. That's how come they mirror back the inner child wounds, right? Is because they've had a lot of the same experiences. One thing you will notice about twins is they were born in the same area. And there's usually a time gap, age difference. It runs in our collective tribe between 5 and 10 years, but they're usually born somewhere close together. In my particular journey, we were born um, um, less than an hour apart. Same state, less than an hour apart, 7 years apart, right? So that's crazy, right? What's the odds? So when you do meet your twin, it does signify major karmic changes, major changes. Doesn't matter karmic, not karmic, but they usually are karmic. I put mine as an example. My divorce from my 20-year karmic marriage. So that's a very significant change that happened in my life when I met my twin. And again, that's very common in our collective tribe. Another thing is that you will prioritize growth over being in a relationship. And what I mean by that is after you get done with the runner and the chaser crap, you will realize that what's important is yourself. Like what's important is the self care, the self love, refilling your own cup. You know what I'm saying? All those things. And really, it's like you will do that regardless of whether there's 3D separation or not. And then also there's telepathy. That's a big thing that is known in the twin journey. A lot of people go their whole life, they don't even know what telepathy is. Telepathy is when energy is sent from one source to another. And I don't even want to use like the word source to another because it's literally one source. But anyway, it's a lot of people believe that in the twin journey, it's from the heart chakra, one heart chakra to the other heart chakra. Most people believe that twin flame telepathy is like energetic vibrations and feelings. It's a knowing, right? Like you just know. I know that it's hard to explain and there's not really words for that. That's like how we hide, right? Because like we don't know how to explain it to people. But so there's just a knowing. I will say this that I've noticed. Me and Amber were just talking about it the other day. Rare, that's me, 1111. Guys, if you haven't went and checked her out, please go do so. Come on, we have to support each other. That's what we're doing here. But anyway, she was talking to me and she said that she actually hears sound and voice. And so I was like, I do too. And I normally don't mention that because it's so scary. Again, the judgment, right? Like people are gonna say things and it's like you gotta just deal, right? But I will say that I have noticed the ones that hear sound like actual voice, and it is their actual twin's voice. Like it sounds just like that. Like if they were just literally standing right next to you. When that happens, what I've noticed about those people, look at me, Purple LunaRose Tarot. Look at Rare, that's me, 1111. Those are the ones that are out there. I don't want to say we don't care about the judgment. It's still scary, but we know we're protected. You know what I'm trying to say? So those are going to be like the big ones that you see out there. All right, so then let's look over at soulmates next. That's really where the confusion comes into play. A lot of times people think that their twin is their soulmate. You only have one twin, guys. You get more than one soulmate in your entire lifetime. So soulmates are they can be friends, best friends, people you grew up with. They can even be like it's rare for them to be your parents. It's normally grandparents, but it's possible. And we do have some here in our collective tribe that their parents are their soulmates. And then of course soulmates don't have to be just love relationship, guys. You can be soulmates like your sisters, siblings. Siblings are usually very close soulmates. Soulmates are two givers. It's two givers in a relationship. So in this particular situation, we are talking about a love relationship, right? So in a love relationship, a soulmate is going to be someone that offers you equal effort. And what I mean by that, I always say the saying, I water you, you water me, and we grow together, right? It's two people that want the relationship equally. So does that mean that there's never any fighting in a soulmate relationship? Absolutely not. That does not mean that at all. But what that does mean is that when there is a situation, both people will work at it equally. Both people want to fix it equally, right? So that's equal effort in a soulmate relationship. Another thing, soulmates are very supportive. Your growth is just as important as theirs. So in other words, they're not like overly selfish. It's like they understand they have boundaries and they need to do their thing, but they understand that you have boundaries and you need to do your thing, right? Soulmates are very loyal. No runners, no chasers. That is definitely a step that's been added into the twin journey that's completely unnecessary. If we ever got to the realization that this particular spiritual journey has a lot more to do than just us, like just Rosa over here and sitting here in front of this chair. Like it's bigger than me, right? It's bigger than you. And I feel like as soon as we figured that out, we stop stressing about 3D union, then there's no runner, no chaser. But as long as we're still constantly in this, oh, I'm supposed to be with this person, or oh, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do this. Well, as long as you're in that type of mentality, there's going to be runners and chasers. It's just kind of the way it is. And I'm going to stop here because I want to show you guys the Hawkins funnel. I always talk about this funnel because this is how I learned to bring my own energy, vibrational energy up, right? This is how I learned to raise my vibrational energy. So when I went through my dark night of the soul, I was down there at the bottom. See where over there at the bottom? Can you guys see it where it says fear, grief, apathy, guilt, shame? When I first met my twin and I had my spiritual awakening and I went through my dark night of the soul, that's where I was at. And then I literally, if you look over to the right of the screen, that's my favorite part. See where it says lower frequency energies? See where it says, Dear Chaser, you're somewhere here. My favorite part of this. All right, so I had to find pride. I had to find courage. I had to find willingness, right? Acceptance, reason. There's reason for everything, guys. Love should definitely say unconditional love, joy, peace, and that's how I moved up into enlightenment, right? Or that's how at least I continue to try to stay and move up into enlightenment, right? And see how it says twin flame union is somewhere here? See that? So does it say anywhere on there that I have to be with that person in the 3D in order to experience love, joy, peace, and enlightenment? No, no, it doesn't, right? No. All right, guys. So yeah, runner chaser, definitely something that was added to this journey that just really doesn't need to be there. All right, back to soulmates. Soulmates are very authentic. You don't have to pretend to be somebody you're not with a soulmate. They literally love you for exactly who you are, even all your flaws. Like Junior acts like he does not see all my gray hair. That's such a lie, but we're gonna go with it. Also, they're teammates, right? They very much want to work with you on your team. It's not like a competition type of thing. It's how can we work together? That's going to be soulmate energy. Rare That's Me says acceptance. That's how I feel. Perfect, right? Me too, girl. Me too. All right. So then we have karmics. We have to talk about it, guys. I do want to say that I do feel like karmics really get a bad rap, right? We really bash the karmics. We talk a lot. I see things in the comments sometimes that are just like, wow. Guys, we're supposed to be sharing unconditional love with everyone, and that includes the karmics, okay? If it wasn't for my 20-year karmic relationship, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have learned all this. I wouldn't be as strong as I am. I wouldn't be able to handle the challenges that life throws at me. I wouldn't be manifesting my best life, right? None of this would have happened if I hadn't experienced that. Every person we meet has a reason, has purpose, and we're supposed to love everyone unconditionally. All right, but let's get to it. Let's talk about the karmics a little bit, okay? All right, so karmics definitely seem to draw a lot of drama, right? There's always some sort of chaos going on. Like they can't not be in if they're not in a dramatic situation, they're causing a dramatic situation, right? I put addicted, definitely addicted to drama. It's like they like it, they thrive in it. It's like they want it, right? Definitely a magnet. If it doesn't come to them, they make it. Karmics also, you definitely see some red flags pretty early in a karmic relationship, but we ignore them, right? We love the person and we're like, they're going to get better. I hope she stops doing that. You know what I mean? Like we do those things and it's like, nope, that's a red flag. We're supposed to pay attention to that. There are also a lot of addictions happen with a karmic relationship. And guys, everyone's kind of addicted to something. I say that all the time. Like we all have a crutch. If you ever run into that one person that says they eat well every day, they don't drink, they don't smoke, they exercise 5 times a day, they do whatever, they're lying. Okay. They have something that they do that's most likely probably not the healthiest. Did you know like you can work out too much? I'm just saying that could be an addiction. You could be going to the gym too much. You could be dieting too much. Everything is in moderation. So I'm just saying everyone has something. Karmics tend to have really unhealthy, unhappy kinds of addictions. A lot of times it's drinking, drugs, um, not the good kind of drugs, all the bad drugs, right? I don't think there's actually any good kind of drugs. I shouldn't have said that. That's not true. Marijuana is not a drug. But you see what I'm saying? So like they just get addicted to things that are not good for the body. Let's just say that, right? And they can also put their addictions onto you. Like, let's say you don't drink, and well, now you do, right? I mean, it's like it's definitely kind of like that. Karmics are also very controlling, very manipulative, and very abusive. And one thing that has really come to the forefront, I would say, in the last 3 months of my Etsy shop, readings for you guys, questions from you guys, just you guys sharing your information. Guys, I'm never going to share your information and tell anyone where I got it from. I'm never going to say so and so told me that on their journey. You see what I'm saying? But I will share the experience. I will tell people, so and so messaged me and they're in this really abusive relationship, and they're upset that this is going on. I'm not going to give you a name, of course, but I want you to know these kinds of things, though, because it's happening collectively. And the abuse right now is very strong collectively. Collectively, divine feminine, definitely breaking away, and collectively, divine masculine, struggling to break away. So, yeah. Um, Also, when you meet a karmic, you have major life lessons, and when I put on there, you learn them, you don't go back. I really want to make sure that people understand this can be more than one person. How many of you guys feel like you've dated the same type of person? I always say different, same monster, different face, right? Same monster, different face. That's kind of definitely what happens. It's because you're still learning that karmic lesson. Once you learn the karmic lesson, you leave and you never go back, and you never ever put yourself in the situation to deal with that type of stuff ever again. You see your own worth, you have your awakening, you experience your dark night of the soul, and you experience your own, you see like the worth of you, right? And you don't allow anyone to take that worth again. So those are going to be the 3 different types of relationships, guys, the 3 different characteristics. So I feel like at this point in tonight's live, you guys should feel really comfortable, with 1, understanding why you're following me, with 2, understanding. Yeah, it's funny, Miss Tina. She brought up Joyce Meyer, isn't it? I almost brought it up, but I didn't. um, but it's like you're gonna see all the synchronicities when I talk, right? Because I see them when you guys talk. But not only are you gonna understand that you're in the right place, but it's like I feel like now you're gonna be able to know like who in your life is who, right? You should be able to put them now, who treats you which way into which category. All right. Diana says, you're always very aware of maintaining privacy. Yes, guys. I started with the Etsy shop, putting the readings on YouTube. When I started doing it, guys, it was new. There was not that many people doing it. And then people were like, what? You're going to put my reading on YouTube? No. You know what I'm saying? They were freaking out. And so I had to tell them that, we post it on private. Nobody can see it, but me, you, and whoever else you share the link with. But still, that's hard to believe, right? Like you have to really trust somebody. So if you do purchase a reading in my Etsy shop, guys, I don't mention any names in the readings. I will mention your birthday and your questions so that you know you're on the right reading. But I never say any names. And then that way, if I was to accidentally post it public, which I have before, guys, and I think it's happened twice now. But if that was to happen, then nobody knows who's the reading is for, right? They just hear a birthday and a question. So yeah, I've just been doing it that way since day one. But I'm glad that Miss Tina brought up the fact that her son went to Joyce Meyer. And I'm so excited that Miss L brought up Joyce Meyer. We talked about Joyce Meyer a few lives back. Do you remember, Miss L? We were talking about hurt people, right? That's a really common phrase that she uses. That's where I got it from, definitely. And when I was going through my spiritual awakening, Joyce Meyer was actually a very big, what's the word? She was highly involved in my awakening. Let's just say that for sure. All right, guys, who's ready to get to the reading? Are you guys ready? I'm ready. All right, so she wants to use the Modern Witches Tarot, and it's perfect time, really, right? Influence. Thank you, Diana. Yes, she was a very strong influence in my spiritual awakening for sure. All right, so here's what I've gathered. Ready? We're going to use the energy oracle just like we normally do. Look at that man holding a heart coming out. For the masculine and feminine energy. And then we're going to look at the bridging energy also with the energy oracle. I'm going to break it down. So we're going to split it up a little bit more than we normally do in the video because I can't edit, we're live. So we're just going to break it down a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is for the head space, we're going to look at Queen of the Moon. For the heart space, my favorite for these are the Heal Yourself reading cards. A higher self space, we all know Denise Lynn. Denise Lynn and the Secret Traveler. The Secret Traveler is your higher self. And we, of course, will do messages from your person. When I was shuffling them and getting them ready, this one came out and I just thought it was perfect. It says, this is what we came for. So yeah, definitely. Guys, these are messages that I experienced in my own journey or still experience in my own journey. But these are also, I've added to them, as you can tell. And now these also include messages that you guys have told me that you've experienced in your journey as well. So we've mixed them all together, and that's what we're going to do for messages from your person. And then, of course, ever since Miss L gave them to me, I close out this monthly reading with the Power of Love activation cards because that's what we're doing here, right? All right. So Diana asked for us to clarify with the Modern Witches Tarot. I love it. I shuffled a little. And we have the Two of Cups on the bottom. I love that the Two of Cups came out because that's your soulmate. That's your partner. That's your equal effort, right? And I'm just saying, guys, if you're drawn to me collectively, if we're in this tribe together, if what I say relates to your own path and your own journey, I promise you, you're not going to sit around and wait. You're not going to gather cats. You're going to start following your purpose, and you're going to manifest your soulmate, the person that treats you better than anyone ever before. That's the plan, guys. That's the plan. I feel like I just stepped on some toes. I heard some twins go, ow, no. I understand. We'll get there. We'll get there together. All right, ready? Here we go. So I'm going to start. Divine masculine energy is usually where I start. And we have both now, and it's definitely starting to balance out. That's not true. We still have way more divine feminine, but we're gathering more divine masculine energies, and they're even starting to get readings in the Etsy shop. So that's super cool, right? A little bit different. They never leave a review. That would be super nice if they did. Hint, hint. um, but yeah, we're definitely gathering both sides. I do feel like we started strongly with a lot of divine feminine energy, but I do both in these readings. We look at both. And the reason I do both, guys, is we're mirroring each other. You're going to notice that you actually swap these energies back and forth all the time. So if I'm working on my feminine energy, my counterpart is working on their masculine energy. If they're working on their masculine, I mean feminine, I'm in my masculine. And people are like, what does that mean? Guys, we have both of those energies. Remember, masculine energy is protect and provide. Feminine energy is nurture, care, love, all those things, right? And we have both of those. I was so nervous about this. I swear I've never done a reading I felt more supported. All right, let's start masculine energy. Look at that. Door to personal healing and happiness comes out. Let's look at feminine energy. I love it. Angel of strength is here. There has always been this sense that the feminine energy is a little bit ahead, a little bit stronger, digging a little deeper, right? I'm definitely kind of getting the energy that the masculine is right at the threshold, literally standing at the door. Let's look at the bridging energy. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. Strong confirmation, right? The journey card comes out. I mean, it just couldn't get any better. Thank you, thank you. So the journey card talks about the journey that you're on, your soul's journey, right? One thing I noticed about the journey card right away is like all the arrows pointing the one direction. Like she could go the way that everyone else goes, but she's deciding that she's going to do this journey a little bit different. And I just want to say this is the bridging energy. That means that collectively, all right? So let's try to go at it together. Collectively, divine masculine and divine feminine know about the journey. When we started this, like um well, about 2 years ago, I do feel like we had such a strong energy of like there were so many misunderstandings because the counterparts didn't understand what type of journey they were on. It definitely felt like the feminine energy learned first, and the masculine energy kind of came in after. That's one thing that was a little bit different, I guess you could say, from my experience, and then like the collective experience. So that's something like I knew. Well, that's not true. That was I almost said I knew right away. It's so not true. But I mean, like I knew sooner than most, I guess you could say. And I knew also that my route, my journey was going to look different than what I was hearing or being told to do. So yeah, one from like very early on. So I do feel like both counterparts very balanced here, more balanced than normal. And I just want to say the reading that I did for the collective energy for September was where these energies were understanding what was going on, and they were understanding what union was. And really, once you understand, like once the light bulb clicks, once the brain opens to the idea, the mind or whatever you want to say, it's like that's when union happens because you're already in union. Already, like you were born, you're one soul. You can't rip a soul apart, you can't cut it. How many of you guys tried cutting cords? You don't have to put me in there for that. But I know that it's probably going to be every single one of us, right? If you put me in there earlier, you most likely tried cutting cords. That's the thing that they tell you to do, right? And it doesn't work. You cut the cord and they're like, this crap's still here. So you realize right away, like you can't run from it. But what that also tells me is you're always together. You're always in union. That knowing, that twin flame journey energy, that gut feeling that you have that's constant and never goes away. That's actually energy we're supposed to be using. Like that's what I use when I'm doing these readings. Isn't it crazy, right? All right, so this is going to be the collective masculine, feminine, and bridging energy. All right, so let's clarify a little. I normally don't clarify this part, but since we're here, let's do it. And again, we're going to use the Modern Witches Tarot because it is officially witch season, right? So perfect cards. All right, let's look at door to personal healing and happiness. I definitely got that the masculine is at the doorway. Do you guys have that feeling? Do you understand? Like, do you get the that knowing that like something's fixing to change? A shift is happening. The door wasn't necessarily fully open before, and it's open. But I will say that collectively, no one has put their foot through there. All right, so we have the Six of Pentacles coming out. Wow. We have the Queen of Cups coming out also. I love it. We have the Death card coming out for the Angel of Strength. Strong Scorpio. This is going to be divine feminine energy here. Look at these major arcana. The Death card and Judgment. So this is your calling. This is your twin journey here. And look at the massive transformation happening in the divine feminine energy. I just want to say that is massive. And look over here at the divine masculine. Who's helping divine masculine? And that's something. So Six of Pentacles is definitely assistance, needing balance, needing help. And look who's helping, the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is my clue card if you've been following me. You know that is the divine feminine energy. So does that mean that this is feminine energy? No, Spirit told me right away, this is the masculine energy. Six of Pentacles talks about helping someone. See how they're handing out the gifts. It's like giving someone, offering something. And then it's who is offering. It's the Queen of Cups. It's the unconditional love. So here's what I know. What I know is that this divine feminine, that's the shift, that's the purpose. It's like you guys are listening, you guys hear me, and you understand that it's about the purpose. It's not about the person. So when that happens, this happens. They awaken and they start to actually participate in the journey, right? Junior, this is Sandra, 112 119 on Twitch. You see her, honey? All right, so yes, massive transformation. And most likely what it is just the understanding of union, right? Like, oh, I don't have to chase this person down and beat him with a club. No, you don't. All right, let's look at the journey card. So I definitely get like both of you maybe going a little bit against the grain here. Yeah, Eight of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. So something changes, something shifts very quickly. Queen of Pentacles is resources, where you get your information. I do feel like new information, helpful information is definitely coming in on this journey. And I do feel like it's going to be just one, understanding union. But two, it definitely helps when both sides understand what's happening, right? Remember back in like, when was it, like March of this year? I think it was March of this year, guys. When the masculine energy really thought like the feminine energy was like witching them or like voodooing them. You know what I'm saying? Like they thought that it was like the feminine energy was like so powerful that they could, like, I don't know, witchy them and make these things happen to them. And I just thought it was hilarious. But it does make it easier when all the people know, like, hey, this is what's happening, right? All right. So I'm going to pick those up. And now we're going to look at the headspace. I'm going to actually leave these out so we can see them over here. All right. Better. So now we're going to look at the headspace, guys. And the headspace, this is what they're thinking, what you were thinking. So again, we're going to start with the masculine energy. All right, so the patience card comes out. It actually fell out in my lap. Here's what I'm going to say about the patience card. This particular card talks about living in a lack mentality. The balloon says that spirit's fixing to reward her for waiting because she didn't live in a lack mentality. In fact, she knew that she had everything she needed the whole time. I always say I don't read reversals, guys. I just read the energy from the card. And what I'm getting here for divine masculine headspace, like what they're thinking, is that they're fixing to get some sort of reward. I definitely get that. I don't think it's like not being in lack mentality, because they've been in lack mentality. Like something's gone, they'll never get it back, that type of feeling energy. But it's like now it's like, okay, I'm doing this thing, I'm paying attention, I'm putting in some half effort. Said a bad word. But what I'm saying, it's like I'm doing something, so I should get a reward for the situation. It's kind of what I'm feeling there. Or at least they're asking. But I'm not necessarily getting the energy of actual patience. In fact, I'm getting the energy of the complete opposite. I'm very impatient. That's pretty masculine energy, right? Mars energy. Yeah, definitely impatient right now for sure. All right, let's look at feminine's headspace. Feminine's headspace. What is the divine feminine thinking? Wow, we have gratitude coming out. So gratitude, I was going to say it was in reverse, but it's not. I just had them all in there. So it's possible this one was supposed to be. Realization is on the bottom. Do you see the keyhole? Definitely like realizing something. It's like, see how it's dark on this side and the sunlight's coming in here. It's like both these people in the dark, not sure where to go, what to go. And it's like now all of a sudden somebody's found the key, right? All right, so I'm definitely dealing with some impatience here and gratitude. I do feel like angel of strength. That kind of makes sense that the gratitude is here. But I'm also getting that feminine energies could be the astral traveling has been coming up a lot, guys. And I didn't even touch on it because I'm such a dork. And the dream journals, guys, I was supposed to talk about the dream journals. I named this Dream Invasion. I'm so glad this card came out. Thank you. Like Spirit has my back. It's like even if you forget, here you go, Rosa. Okay, so I do feel like divine feminine energy. Guys, tell me if I'm wrong. You're dreaming about your counterpart, and they're definitely like invading the dream space. It's like you don't necessarily want to deal with certain situations, and so you kind of put this really thick boundary wall up. And this is gonna be the feminine energy, and it's like the masculine, like the only way they can get in is in the dreams, right? And so it's like if you're having trouble sleeping, and you're not remembering your dreams, but you're waking up like agitated, just frustrated, like you've been in a disagreement with someone, you have with yourself. But you see what I'm saying? Like, if you're feeling like that, it's because you're definitely experiencing the masculine energy in your dream space, dream time, right? Guys, please write your dreams down. Guided dream journals. All my dream journals are published and sold on Amazon. The guided one asks you questions, and it helps you figure out like why you're having certain dreams. So yes, guys, write them. Even if you don't get my dream journal, just get a pen and paper and write it down. Now is definitely the time. I do feel like many of you are you're astral traveling. So many of you are learning about well, you've been experiencing telepathy this whole time, but you didn't actually understand that that's what it was. And I will say this, it's probably because you only felt the energy. You didn't have like a voice, a sound to go with it. When you have a voice or a sound to go with it, it'll send you straight to like, the straight jacket right away. But when it's just like a feeling or an energetic vibration, People have told me that it's like they thought that it might be, but they weren't sure. So if you hear the sound of your counterpart, then it's super easy and you don't really have to guess, right? I mean, you just have to tell yourself you're not crazy. But if you just feel the energy, you kind of have to guess. You kind of have to like figure out what's being said, what's being done. And so I will say that I do feel like feminine energy, that could be like some sort of gift. Like I feel like the spirit, the universe just kind of gave divine feminine energy. We definitely broke away from that codependency, right? That's how come all these shifts are happening. That's how come all these changes are happening, right? But I do feel like, see the spirit in the background. I do feel like you're able to communicate, you're able to travel more. Some of you, it's a wanted situation. Some of you, it's an unwanted situation. I will say this, guys. Do what you have to do to protect yourself and your sanity. And if that means you have to block somebody, then you block them, right? Do whatever you have to do to pour into your cup, right? Because that's really the goal here. That's what you have to do first before you can do anything else. But I promise you that if you're blocking someone, I know because I've done it 100 times, okay? When you're doing it, you're actually giving them more power. You're giving them more control. You're saying, I can't handle you right now, so I'm going to do this thing. And it's like they will crawl in every freaking crevice there is possible. If you just accept, if you just surrender, you don't deal with any of that, right? I won't say that it's not in my dreams, but in my dreams, it's not as intense as the ones that you guys have been telling me or sending me. Mine are more about conversations and lessons that we've learned. Is that Al on Twitch? Hi, Al. Phone in pocket. So yes, guys, definitely getting the energy that you have come to an understanding the feminine energy has about union. That's definitely giving you gratitude. It's like, oh, I can breathe, right? And not only can I breathe, but I can still communicate. I'm definitely getting the communication. And I feel like when the communication comes in, that's definitely like when that when you pull from, if you become stronger, right? Like it gives you more confirmation. It makes you calm down. I mean, let's just say it, right? It's definitely like a calmness. All right, so let's clarify a little. And again, we're going to use the Modern Witches Tarot. I just seen it, like the Ace of Wands. You guys see I split it at the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. I love it. So Ace of Wands is your destiny. If you're on the twin journey, it is definitely your destiny. All right, so let's look at the Patience card. Who clearly impatient. Did you guys see that? I mean, all right. So yeah, King of Wands comes out and Ace of Pentacles. This energy wants a new beginning. This energy wants to start over. This energy is like, I can do this now. I know I can. Definitely what's going on there. Let's look at the gratitude. Gratitude for the feminine energy. Definitely feeling gratitude for the journey, most likely because I've gotten over a big hurdle, right? The hurdle of 3D union. And I'm not saying, guys, that thank you. I'm not saying that 3D union doesn't happen. It does happen, guys. It happens all the time. One of the twin flame energy updates that I did not too long ago, I mentioned Megan Fox in MGK. I mentioned it because he came out with a new Twin Flame song, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're making songs about this now. Can you believe this? It's not the first one, come to find out, right? My bad. But then I mentioned like, there's more, right? There's Brad Pitt. There's Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, right? If that's not a Twin Flame journey, I don't know what is. Oh, I know. I can't believe I would forget. Jennifer Lopez, my favorite, just because, you know, the Latin, right? But Jennifer Lopez and, you know, what's his name? Ben Affleck. So guys, there's twins everywhere. I'm just trying to mention like celebrities, like people you would know, right? But there's twins everywhere, and there's twins that are in 3D union everywhere. And the ones that are in 3D union usually have a large following. It's usually someone who's like a celebrity. Because again, your job in this journey as divine feminine or divine masculine, whoever you are in this journey, is to teach others about unconditional love. Like that's the purpose. It's about the purpose, not the person. Which Spirit tells us right here, Queen of Cups. I do feel like this is you, though, definitely able to share that unconditional love because you're able to travel. You're able, for many of you, you're traveling. Like I can see it. But for many of you, this is just about telepathy, like communicating back and forth after a long period of no communication. King of Swords, right? So just what I just said. King of Swords, kings take action. Swords is communication. King of Swords is speaking truth. It's like you're finally able to do this again after a long time of feeling cut out. Five of Cups. And Seven of Swords energy on the bottom. Interesting. It's possible that many of you are going through these shifts and you're not, again, you're not communicating. You're not telling the other person. I feel like that's beneficial in my journey, that anything like that type of situation has been short-lived and didn't last very long. I have read some of y'all's experiences and just was really baffled by the strength that it takes to get through some of the things that collectively you guys have had to deal with. I don't know why. I definitely feel like Spirit spared me from some things, like I said, like from being on the other side of the camera and not knowing, you know what I mean? But I do get like a strong sense that a separation and blocking is definitely an issue collectively in this tribe. All right, so now we're going to look at the heart space, and I'm just going to leave these down here because we never know if we need them again. If you guys watch these on my channel, normally by the time we're done at the end, it's like crazy. All right, so we're going to look at the heart space for divine masculine. Heart space for divine masculine. So this is going to be what they're feeling, and also could be what they're trying to say, what they're trying to communicate. So again, for those of you that are having dreams and you just can't figure it out, like why are they in there? What are they trying to say? Why do I keep having this dream? Write it down, even if it's just a little piece and you only remember a little piece. I promise you, those little pieces will add up over a day's period of time. And before you know it, you figured out why you're dreaming a certain thing, right? All right, heart space for divine masculine. Oh. So we have victim consciousness coming out. Divine masculine. All right, let's look at the heart space for divine feminine. I love it. Always, always, always rising higher and faster. Alchemy comes out 12 and 25. 1, 2, 2, 5. 1, 2, 2, 5. That's sticking out to me. 1, 2, 2, 5. Anyway, victim consciousness is an energy. I feel this. Like I feel this person over here frustrated right now. It's like, oh, right. So it's the woe me, the victim consciousness. Okay, it's the woe me. Why has this happened to me? Why do I have to do this? Why won't you just go away? All those types of things, right? Never gets anyone very far, right? But that's definitely that type of energy. In the heart space, this person, divine masculine, feels like love just isn't meant for them. They're just never going to be able to experience whatever it is. I don't know, but it's like they feel like it's not for them. Like they have this dark cloud. It just follows them around. Definitely kind of picking that up. Alchemy, on the other hand, over here for divine feminine energy, thank goodness, stepping into her power, right? Look at this. You see everything just burning down to the ground behind her. She's like, I don't need this anymore. She takes what she does need, see it in her hand, and she runs with it. Amen. So again, collectively in our tribe, that's pretty normal, right? But here's kind of what I'm hearing. It's very possible, we're going to clarify, but it's very possible that this is in the heart space. Remember, guys, there's communication going on. You're traveling. Do you guys remember the Six of Pentacles that I put back in the deck and said I was going to leave out, where you were assisting the divine masculine? That's where you're assisting, guys. So right now, divine masculine definitely like balancing some karmic issues collectively, okay? And so what's happening is they're seeing the divine feminine stepping into her unconditional love, speaking her truth, right? Into her purpose, following her purpose. She's no longer chasing you. She's now doing what she's supposed to be doing, and that pisses them off, right? It's very upsetting. It's like, how dare you be able to go on with your life after I've went through all this chaos, right? So what I'm getting is that that's how the divine feminine is assisting divine masculine. It's like they're showing them how to alchemize. And alchemize means that you pull a positive out of a negative situation. That's it. That's what it means. And that's what the feminine energy is teaching the masculine energy. Look at that on the bottom. I love it. Spirit's got my back. The soulmate card. Divine feminine, definitely either already in a soulmate relationship or currently manifesting their soulmate as we speak. All right. Let me pull the Modern Witches Tarot, and let's look at that victim consciousness over there. Definitely some oh, woe me. Yeah. So just what I said earlier, like why, yeah, all right. Like why does this have to happen to me? I don't, take it away. I don't want it to be here anymore. I don't want to be on this journey. Why did all of this go on and you get to go do this thing? Over here, the Nine of Pentacles, that's why, by the way, divine masculine, because they put the hard work in. So that's why. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So it's like one, trusting your intuition here. But it's also like a new romantic start. That's a soulmate card we've seen. Guys, you're stepping into your power. So what happens when you stop chasing the counterpart is, one, you help the counterpart raise their own vibrational energy because they're watching you going, hey, wait a minute, wait for me. And then two, when you raise your vibrational energy and you step into the power that spirit has given you to use in this lifetime to follow your purpose and your mission, you draw all the things to you that you're supposed to draw, including your soulmate. You see what I'm saying? So I promise you, I don't make this stuff up, but I feel like Spirit just gave us a big confirmation right there. Continue to alchemize, continue to speak truth, and continue to find every single positive, I don't care how tiny it is, in this very difficult, painful, stubborn journey that we're all on collectively. Continue to do that. I'm going to continue to do that. You continue to do that. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean by a collective tribe, but we're definitely sharing our energies and we're definitely working together. So please continue to do that, and you will continue to rise. You will continue to draw the things to you that spirit is waiting for you to take. It's like you just have to be open to take it. And if you're filling all your space with, I'm supposed to do this, or I'm supposed to be with this person, I'm supposed to, well, then you're going to block the doorway and you're not going to be able to receive the new things, right? All right. So now, higher self space. Higher self space. How's it going, guys? It's a long one, right? I normally take a break. I think we're going to take a break after higher self space before we get to the messages from your person. I'm just going to take a really quick rehydrate break. But it's a lot, right? It's a lot. All right, so now we're looking at higher self space. Remember, guys, I'm using Denise Lynn, Sacred Traveler, who she explains is the higher self. So we're literally asking the higher self, what is the lesson? What is the lesson that the higher self is teaching divine masculine right now? Look at that. Fellow travelers, support is all around you. So divine masculine definitely learning, hey, where I'm not the only one. I'm on this spiritual path. I forgot to mention that earlier. The lovers is my twin flame clue card. If you guys have been following me for any amount of time, you know that. Of course, strong Gemini energy here. The water signs are sticking out to me, and the air signs are also sticking out to me. So I just want to say Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and also Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But what I'm getting here, fellow traveler, support is all around you. It's like the masculine energy is one, again, remember I said earlier, learning about the journey, starting to understand what the heck is going on. And it's like they realize, hey, I'm not all alone. There's others like me. All right, let's look over at the feminine energy. Higher self teaching the feminine energy right now for the month of October 2022. We have the wandering path. Enjoy the journey. In other words, I feel like we've been through the hardest part. I feel like I've been saying that all week, guys. I do feel like there's definitely a shift here in energy. I'm sure you guys feel it too. It's an understanding, it's a knowing, and that definitely is going to help balance the situation out, right? It's definitely going to help too with the runner and chaser type of situation. It's like you guys finally stop hiding. It's like you realize you can't hide from them. They realize they can't hide from you. And it's like, let's just get on with it, right? That's definitely kind of the energy I get with the higher self. Let's clarify again just a little. So fellow travelers, support is all around you. I feel like the higher self is showing divine masculine energy, who their support is or where to find their support. Look at that. Justice comes out, strong Libra energy here, but it's definitely about balancing the scales. It's about something being made right. And we have the Six of Wands. So I do feel like this is about notoriety, noticing something. I feel like divine masculine energy is kind of noticing like who has their back and who doesn't, who's supporting them and who isn't. All right, let's look at enjoy the journey for divine feminine energy. Okay, so the sun comes out. Super interesting. Watch this. I worked on 2 cards today. I've been doing this, guys. I find a couple of cards that I want to dig into. And wouldn't you know it, the sun was one of them today. So the sun, your soul's journey. And the sun, of course, represents joy and happiness. But it's also saying to me here that I feel like you're finding joy and happiness because you're choosing the path that your soul chose for this lifetime, right? You're following your purpose. You're following your mission. I just want to say the sun is also representative of the first house. It's also about control and ego. And I feel like that is definitely diminishing here on the feminine side, right? Last one, we have the 10 of Wands. I love it. So there's that 6 of Pentacles coming back out. Definitely getting assistance here. But 10 of Wands is coming back out, and it talks about where are you putting your energies. 10s, remember, are completion. And the 10 of Wands does talk about like heavy burdens on your shoulders. Things have been hard. It has been difficult for divine feminine. I'm not going to cry, but I definitely feel like an overwhelming amount of like relief. And that's what the higher self is teaching divine feminine at this moment. Enjoy the journey. Relief. All right, so now we'll pull. No, now I'm going to take a drink of water. Hydrate. All right, guys, real quick. Messages from your person. And then we will pull some guidance cards. So I'm grateful for our journey comes out. That is one of my originals. I don't know what to do. Again, one of my originals. Um, how are you so strong is also coming out here. I will always have hope is here. I hear messages in my dreams. Look at that. I'm so glad it came out. Guys, write your dreams down. Write your dreams down. Write your dreams down. If you're having trouble understanding your dreams, order my guided dream journal and daily diary. The link is going to be in the description box. It's definitely going to help you be able to understand what those messages are. And then last one, I see 1111 everywhere. Remember that, Divine Feminines? I feel like this is definitely Divine Masculine energies, right? Remember, Divine Feminines, when you first started seeing 1111 everywhere? All right. And then I see the signs everywhere I look is on the bottom. So yes, definitely massive, massive masculine awakening for sure. All right, guys. Remember, I just want to mention, as I'm feeling all this energy coming in, guys, you can get your own twin flame current energy personally just for you. I made to order with 2 questions of your very own from my Etsy shop. And I did put the link for that reading in the description box, guys. As we're going through this energy and all these big things start to happen, it's going to cause a lot of emotion to come up to the surface. If you have trouble dealing with that emotion, guys, check out the Etsy shop. 20% off fall sale goes all the way through October. And I always offer special twin flame coupons. Guys, I know that when you're on this journey, your whole life is getting flipped upside down. You're quitting your job, your career, and you're literally starting to jump into your purpose with no promises of any dollars. I completely understand where you're at and what's happening, and that's why I offer the twin flame coupons. So guys, please just reach out to me if you need those, and I will gladly give you the code to use for your readings. All right, here we go. Guidance from Spirit. I love it. Ooh, the goosebumps. Acceptance comes out. You're ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. The past comes out. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. And humility comes out. I feel like we're kind of all here, right? None of us, this didn't turn out the way any of us expected, right? We're all having to be humble. Nobody was right, right? It says you have developed a loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. You see that? It's not about the person, it's about the purpose. All right, guys. I hope that reading was helpful. My first time doing it live, I got a little nervous about halfway, but we made it, guys. That's going to be it. And I just want to say this is one of the most beautiful twin flame energy updates I have ever done. So I don't even know what to say. Thank you. Q&A time. So if you guys asked a question earlier, guys, I'm sorry I didn't see it. If you have a question that you want an answer to, if you wrote it down, now is definitely the time. Guys, don't ask me if so-and-so is your twin flame. I'm just not going to answer you. I'm sorry. At this point, you should know who your twin is. Yes. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Sandra. So what do you guys think? Should we be doing these live regularly? Hi Al. I've missed you so much, Al. Yes, I feel like we definitely need to I feel like I was supposed to be doing this way the whole time, guys. But you guys know this journey, it's not like, the coolest one on the planet, right? There's a lot cooler journeys. So yeah. I don't know, but I'm definitely, I feel like this is what I was supposed to be doing this whole time. Thank you, Miss L. I'm so glad that you stayed out of hermit mode long enough to hang out with me. I know that full moon is literally right around the corner. I feel the energy so strongly, but I just want to say, do you guys see me using the full moon energy? So the full moon is the Aries full moon, right, guys? The Aries full moon. Remember, I told you all week with all the elements, it's the moon that is giving you a burst of courage, a burst of confidence, a burst of motivation, right? And the reason it's doing this is, again, because spirit's trying to align you with your purpose. So yes, that's what we did today. We listened. I said that earlier too, like in the earth signs we did earlier. I said I'm learning to listen, and I'm also learning that things get a lot smoother when I listen. If I try to do it my way, the road is bumpy as crap. If I just listen, it's definitely very, very smooth. Okay, I don't see any questions. Really, everybody's good. Everybody feels okay. There's no confusion. Nowhere to go but ups. It's so true, Sandra. So true. Thank you so much for going over there and helping me on Twitch. Oh, Decca is in the house. All right, super cool. I don't see anything. I feel like everyone got all the info. Jerry on Twitch. Jerry, am I saying it right? Jerry 15. I see 1111 almost every day now. Yep. Amber's the rare. That's me. 1111. Her new number is 811. I just want to say I'm glad it's not 911. Amber, do you guys remember like about a month ago, me and Amber were seeing 911 everywhere, and I was like, oh, we should probably pay attention to this. Yes, guys, I would totally love to do that. Now, I'm only going to be able to pick a few of you. Guys, we're an hour and 22 minutes in, and don't forget, Junior does have to work first thing in the morning, and I love my soulmate honeys. So I don't want to keep him up too late. But Odeka would like a real quick twin flame current energy. So I'm going to look at her person's energy, Odeka's energy, and then the current bridging energy. So let's start. I'm actually just going to pull masculine and feminine. Remember, Odeka, you can swap back and forth many times. Tell me which one resonates, or I'll try to tell you which one I think you're in. All right, so masculine energy, we have discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Feminine energy, that's you right there. Gates of triumph, success expands in your life. I do kind of get a little bit of growth with you, like you're trying to grow something. Maybe you're trying to grow your own tribe. Odeka, do you have like your own? Are you doing like your own thing on Twitch or something like that? It's like you're trying to do your own thing here. And I will say that for divine feminine energy. Again, it doesn't matter male or female, guys. It really doesn't matter, especially on the twin journey, because you're swapping back and forth. And guys, think about it too. Like, not every relationship is man and female. I mean, I hate to break it to you guys, it's 2022. So there's a lot of stuff going on. But I'm kind of getting a Deca that. And you're definitely like, this was the door to personal healing and happiness for that masculine energy. Remember, and I said, like, they're at the threshold. See how the threshold is like right there? It's like you're fixing to step out into something big. So it tells me that your person is, again, learning what's going on. It's like they're learning, oh, I'm on this path. That's why I keep seeing all this weird, freaky stuff keeps happening to me. Let me go figure out what it is, right? That's kind of the energy I get. And then beautiful. So you're bridging energy, which means what both of you are currently doing right now is cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. So it means that both of you are clean slate. Again, once you start to understand that it's about the purpose and not the person, you suddenly have compassion and forgiveness for your person. You finally realize that they're human and they suck just as bad as you do, right? So I feel like until we realize that, and we have such anger for the counterpart because they didn't do it our way. But as soon as we realize that it's about the purpose and not the person, and that the person is just a human, just like you, and they make mistakes too, then that's when that healing comes in. That's when the forgiveness comes in. And that's when that unconditional love comes in. It's actually there all the time, but you start to sense it, right? Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you, Odeka. Diana says, I love nesting, and when it gets stale, I rearrange the furniture, instantly new place. It's so true. Miss Tina, she makes her nest. She's the nester. Oh, I'm so glad. So glad, Odeka. Super awesome. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I'm not seeing any more questions. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. So this time we had a lot of information, right, at the beginning. I'm not going to do that every single time. I would go insane. Oh, you're welcome, Odeka. You're so welcome. Thank you. So what we're gonna do is next time we'll just jump straight to the reading. We'll still do some time for Q&A if anyone has a question, and then I will offer you your own free twin flame current energies, kind of like we just did Odeka's, right? So yes, guys, definitely next time. Unfortunately for tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I hope this was really beneficial to you guys. I hope we can all get on the same page and understand why we love each other so much and why we understand each other so much, right? Yes, Miss L says, telling Sandra she needs adulting time with her tribe. Yes, it's definitely what we need. That's why we're here. All right, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Please don't forget, we do the 4 elements 4 times a week, guys. I'm going to post the schedule really quickly so you can see that tomorrow, Thursday at 12 p.m., we're going to do Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So, guys, make sure to come back and join me for that. If you're not able to watch the live, no worries. I will put the timestamps in the description box. So make sure to check that out when you have time. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in. I feel like this was one of our very best lives ever, right? I appreciate you guys so much. And I'm always, always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you guys.